And we're rolling that ball up and down. The fingers on this Monday morning. And into the palm. And the pads of the pinky. And the thumb. And across the knuckles. And let's take the ball in one hand and squeeze. And release and go to the other hand. And release back to the first. And one more time on the other hand. And let's go around the back. And switch. And switch. And switch. And switch. And through the legs. And switch. 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 Whoa, there we go. Switch. And switch. And we'll place the ball on the ground. Take a note of the ankles and the knees and the hips and step on the ball and press down 3 times. And bring it up to the knuckles, press down once on each. Going across. Good morning, Donald. And roll it across the knuckles. And then down to the top of the heel and pivot on the toes, rolling across the top of the heel. And then press down just below the first knuckle at the side of the top of the heel. And over in the middle of the 5th metatarsal. Roll down each of the bones. And scribble. And 3, 2, 1, release and reassess. Other foot, 3 times in the middle, up to the knuckles. Roll it across. And roll it across the top of the heel. And then press down on those 3 spots. Roll down the bones. And scribble. 3, 2, 1. Release. Reassess. And get the ball out of the way. And we'll shake the tree. 3, 2, 1. Center, deep breath. Twist at the waist, swing the arms. Three, two, one, and center. This emotion wave breathing. And fingers and thumb at the base of the spine. Step out and gather and store light. And center. Same thing on the other side. And center. 2 breaths. And let's march in place or jump. So today we're going to do some core exercises like the standing knee drives and the hollow hold and the knee healer. So for the knee healer, you're going to want a towel or a pillow or a roller, something that you can rest the back of your thigh on. Do that later. No squats today. You want to do rapid squats? Get the heart rate going. Or just keep doing what you're doing. Okay. Sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And And 30 to depress. Interlacing the fingers, raising the hands. Reaching up. And extend backwards. Come forward and bend to one side. And then the other. And then back to center. Slowly lower, press out at the chest. Come on down. Reach one hand up, one hand behind. Use a towel or a strap if you need to. Otherwise, just grab your fingers and pull in opposite directions. And then go the other way. And come back and shrug. And roll back. W with the arms and squeeze the shoulder blades together, holding. And release. And then squeeze. And release. And squeeze. And release. Extend the arms and rotate in one direction. And then the other. And one palm is down, one palm is up, and flip-flop. Running one arm across the body and squeeze at the elbow. And then the other. First arm behind the back, squeezing down and in. And the other. And grab both elbows and rock at the hips. Extend one arm, fingers up, press back on fingers with the other hand. Yeah, fingers down. And flop the wrists. Wiggle the fingers, make a fist, wiggle, fist. Same thing, other hand. Up. And down. and flop. Come on down and rotate the neck. Other way. Nod. Go ear to shoulder. Look up. And look down. Look over one shoulder. And then the other. We'll do a side lunge. The other way. Come on up. Tuck in the chin. And peck like a pigeon. And let's grab a stick. We'll get the hamstrings with the stick because we're doing the Gymstick routine. Starting by rotating the stick behind the head in the dynamic swimmer, as they call it. And switching directions. And then holding up overhead and swinging back and forth. And then bringing it down to on top of the knees, bring the hands in front between the knee, in the middle of the knees. Hinge at the waist and pull up. And release and bring the stick out front. Extend your both arms, holding at or near the top. Hinge at the waist. Stretch the upper body. Back up. Bring the stick across the body, holding onto the top. Bring your other arm up underneath your shoulder. Hinge at the waist and tug gently on the shoulder. Come on up, bring the stick across the other way. Do the same. Come on up, bring the stick to the side of the foot. Top hand is pressing out, bottom hand is pulling in. And hinge at the waist slightly if you can. Come on up. Other way, other direction. And bring the stick out in front of 1 foot, step out so that it's about 6 inches from the pole. Pole against the chest, slide the hands down, pick up the sole of that foot and wiggle back and forth if you can. Come on back up. We'll do the other side. Come back up. First foot, sole of the foot against the stick. Stretch the calf. Same thing on the other foot. Come on down. I put the first 1 foot forward at 90 degrees. You're on the ball of the other foot, stretching the hip flexors as you go down. Reverse position. Come on up. Pick up 1 foot with by the shin, ankle, or toe. Stretch the quads. And then the other. And then bring foot in front, press the knee back. You can hinge at the waist, stretching the glutes. And put that foot down and bring the other one up, same thing. And come on back. And let's put the stick down and grab something that you can rest your thigh on, whether it's a towel or a roller or a pillow. I'm going to switch this camera. Down on the floor, sitting down. We're going to start with Chris's knee healer. So I'll put the edge of the roller here, and I'm leaning back on my hands. I'm simply going to raise my leg up, point my toes forward, and hold. Contracting the muscles of my thigh and calf. Oops, around the knee. And release. And up again. And down. We'll do one more. And you could do this if you have knee issues, you know, do it regularly. And don't be afraid to increase the reps. I'm only going to do 3 on each and down. This time around, other leg, up. And down, up. And down, and up. And down. Okay, let's get the roller or towel or pillow out of the way. And we're gonna lie back and do a hollow hold. Great core exercise. We do variations of this with the McGill Big Three and the 5 Tibetans, but slightly different. What we're going to do is make sure that the small of your back is against the floor. You want to tighten the glutes and your core muscles. You want to bring your head, neck, and shoulders up off the floor as you bring your knees back. And just hold. We're going to hold for about 15. Say that's 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Now there are progressions for this. If you found that too easy, you can put your feet up, and the more you lower them, the more difficult it gets. But let's just do the knees today. We'll go up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. $15 and down. We're going to do one more. And of course, you can extend the length of time that you're holding in order to increase the intensity. Or as I said, you could put your feet up in the air, and then as you bring them further down, it gets more intense. And up. 1, 2. Make sure the small of your back is against the floor again. And come on down. Take a couple of breaths. You can do a few dead bugs. So you want to bring your feet up in a 90-degree position, and your arms are straight up and parallel to each other. And you're going to bring your left hand and right foot down just about an inch off the floor and up. Right hand and the left foot and up. Left hand and right foot up. Right hand and the left foot up. Left foot and right hand up. Right foot and left hand up. Right hand, left foot up. Right foot, left hand, and up. All right. We will do, trying to think of something we can do quickly so we can get to the breathe. Well, let's do the breathe. We'll sit down, and this is another new breathing technique that I'm introducing today. Sean Coran, who is a yoga instructor, taught me this one. And what you do is you take a deep breath in, and then you exhale by contracting your diaphragm like this. So it's all out. And then we're just going to take a nice easy breath in and a nice easy breath out. And then we're going to do the diaphragmatic breath again. So it's And then in. And out. In. Calmly out, and then in. And I'm putting my hand right at the diaphragm there and feeling it kind of contracting in and out as I exhale. Taking a nice regular breath. And then one more. And a nice easy breath. And then just sit and relax for a second. Just a nice centering breath. And we'll get up, rub those hands together. Cultivating chi. And forming a chi ball. And letting it dance us around. And centering. 2 breaths. Let's open our hearts. Pausing on that inhale, exhaling, and spreading that chi. Centering with 2 breaths. And bringing down heavenly chi. Going down, scooping it up. And namaste. Turn this off. So,
Thank you.
oh, you're welcome to chat. Take care.
Thank you.
Don, take care.
Thank you, Tom.
You're welcome, Mira. Ciao. Okay, we got a nice, small, but dedicated group here. Joel and Richard. And we shall be doing some rolling today, right? So we'll grab a ball and a roller. switch the camera. We'll be getting down on the floor. And do the hips and shoulders first with the ball. Going to do the side of the hip, the Gluteus Minimus. So you want to sort of get on your side, put it at the top of the hip there, a very tender spot, and roll. So you find a likely candidate for leaning into it, modulating the pressure with your elbow and your other foot. The sole is on the floor. If it's too intense, just ease up a little and lean into it. Breathing. And then you can just do a few kicks with that leg. 4 or 5. Roll a little bit more. And go to the other side. Same thing, roll around a little bit. Try to find tender spot. Or try to find the tender spot that you want to lean into. There being, at least on my hip, many tender spots in that area. And lean in, breathe. And kick. Roll a little bit more. Okay, and let's go up to the shoulder. I'm going to do the same side I was on. I'm going to put it right underneath the shoulder, right to the right below the joint there. Roll around. I'm on the deltoid. And then I'm going to put my elbow on the ground and come down and up. Having found a likely spot, as usual. Breathe into it a few times more. And we'll go to the other elbow, the other shoulder. Roll it around. And resting the elbow, going up and down. Leaning into it. breathing. And coming up. Now we're going to grab the roller, and you want to sit on the very end with the rest of it behind you so that when you come back, your head and neck and head are definitely on the shoulder, on the roller. And soles of the feet are on the floor. Let's put our hands up straight. Bring them behind. And then forward. Behind. We'll do this 5 times. And now you can either extend your legs or keep the soles of the feet on the floor if you find that's easier for your balance. You want to put your hands into that W position again, your arms, I should say, your arms in the W, and squeeze your shoulder blades over the roller and come up. And we'll do 7 of those. That's 3, 4, 6, and 7. And finally, extend your arms out and come on up and down. Do 7 of these. And 7. Roll off to one side. Yeah. Hopefully you're feeling looser in the hips and shoulders.